Welcome to another English DDT recap show. I'm American Balloon alongside Mr. Haku.
In my favorite Gongitsune t-shirt. And today we'll be reviewing the February 25th Korakuen Hall show, Into the Fight 2018. Welcome back to the English recap show on DDT Universe. Today we will be recapping the show from Korakuen Hall on February 25th, 2018, Into the Fight 2018. Now for you old fans, this Into the Fight name may be a throwback. If you recall, the DDT shows used to close with a song called Into the Light. So that's where the throwback is. So hello again to our friends Murata and Suzuki. Here we are Mr. Haku and
American Balloon.
Just like last time. So we'll see you, we will carry you through the show. Now let's look at the card here today. Okay, first match is a tag rumble, with the second match being the infomercial match for a company, Net One Systems Company Limited. The third match is a tag match with Daisuke Sasaki and Tetsuya Endo versus Keisuke Ishii and Ken Oka. Number 4 is KOD 6-man tag championship match with Kudo, Sakaguchi, and Takanashi of Shutendoji, with the members from Basara, Sekine Ryuichi Sekine, Ryota Nakatsu, and Fuminori Abe. Match number 5 is the DDT Extreme Championship with Shunma Katsumata, formerly from NWA, now from All Out, challenging against the champion Yuko Miyamoto. The semi-final is a singles match, a rare singles match at DDT that is a non-title against between Naomichi Marufuji and Kazusada Higuchi. And for the main event, we have Konosuke Takeshita and Harashima versus Daisuke Sekimoto and Shuji Ishikawa. Now, the semi and main events are two prelude matches to the Sumo Hall show Judgment on March 25th with for the KOD Openweight Championship between Takeshita and Ishikawa, while the Tag Championship match is also going to be held between Sekimoto and Higuchi versus Harashi Marufuji. Now, for today, there's also the Extreme Championship match. Balloon, what can you tell me about the Extreme Championship match?
Well, I've actually been in an Extreme Championship match.
Really?
I have. I was against Mikami maybe 10 years ago.
Right.
I think it was in Osaka, actually. And the Extreme Championship matches can be quite crazy, but in this case, it looks like it's the first official thumbtack match in DDT.
Yes, they called it the Plus Alpha match, meaning each member can bring their own designated weapon, and Katsumata chose to bring thumbtacks into this match.
And that's something that I haven't seen before. I've seen tables, ladders, chairs, and things like that, but thumbtacks would be a first, I think, for DDT.
Yes, and I think most probably with Katsumata being in developmental, the DNA until very recently, this would probably be his first thumbtack match ever.
Well, I'm sure he must be excited for that.
Yes, especially with Yuko Miyamoto bringing in his signature barbed wire bat, which is probably also going to be a first for Shunma Katsumata. Also now for the 6-man championship, we have Shutendoji as the champions, and they ran through almost everybody in DDT, and what happened was that Takanashi issued an open challenge to the larger DDT group, including the other brands such as Basara, Gampro, etc. And this time, from Basara, Abe, Nakatsu, and Sekine rose to the occasion and has taken up Takanashi and Shutendoji on their challenge here. Now,
これは高梨選手がね、その DDT グループ全体にその挑戦誰か知ってこないのかと呼びかけたところをバサラ勢が名乗りを上げたということですよね。そうですよね。はい。まあ本当は
now coming up next, we have the undermatch coming up very soon. Is being announced right now is going to be between Tomomitsu Matsunaga and Mad Polly.
This should be an exciting one. Here we have Matsunaga entering. I actually remember him from back when I was in DDT, right when the Noodle brothers were just starting up. He was with Michael Nakazawa, the Noodle brothers.
Yes, the Noodle brothers who would always come lotioned up.
Lotioned up, yes. For those who don't know, in Japanese, noodle is a way to say slippery. So they were very slimy and slippery with their body oil.
Yes.
Nobody could pick them up. Nobody could, throw them around. Your hands would just slip right off of them.
Yes, like Balloon said, he is a veteran, now more of a gatekeeper of DDT, also known as the God Hand, because he's also a physical therapist who works at a salon, which is a subsidiary of DDT. And with gimmicks like the Noodle Brothers, he may seem like a bit of a comedy wrestler, but he is a graduate of Super Crew, the wrestling school of the famous Dick Togo. And as recent as 2014, he has a win over Kenny Omega in the King of DDT tournament. So, he's no slouch.
Well, we just saw Mad Polly coming in, who is considered to be very cute, very kawaii by the female fans.
Yes, we have this term called Pu Joshi. Joshi, female fans who like Puro, but he has his own fan base called Po Joshi, the fans of Poli.
And I can't really disagree with him. I mean, he is very cute, especially when he dances. So.
Oh yes, the post-match dancing. Oh, there we see Poli with a smile on his face, cute as ever, kawaii. Again, he is a member of the Damnation stable and is the pet of Daisuke Sasaki, alongside the other pet, Ishikawa, who's going to be in the main event today.
I just try to figure out which pet is the cutest one. I guess it would have to be Polly, wouldn't it?
I'm gonna go with Ishikawa. Actually, he could be very big and scary, but cute at the same time. I guess that goes for both of them.
Yes, I think so.
Now, Sasaki actually has banned the pair of Ishikawa and Polly from singing and dancing in the ring after matches until Ishikawa wins at Sumo Hall at the end of the month. But if Ishikawa again is in the main event today, so if he wins, who's going to stop them from the singing and dancing? Because the fans are definitely behind it. I certainly am.
Well, he's a good singer. I think Ishikawa has got the singing down, Polly has got the dancing down. We lost one idol group, we may be getting another,
Exactly.
As long as the ban gets lifted. So it looks like Polly is taking control of Matsunaga's left arm there.
Matsunaga is stocky, but if you look closely, he is very well built. So, although Polly is big and usually towers over his opponent, Matsunaga, although giving up somewhat in height, looks like he's got the body mass to match up with Polly.
Well, he's certainly going in there. He doesn't seem scared of Polly's cuteness, and he's
look at those thighs.
even then he's having trouble lifting them. So it could be a bad sign of things to come for Matsunaga.
He might have to rethink his strategy. Looks like he's trying to throw Polly. Might not be the best of ideas against someone that's this much bigger than him.
Well, he's just going in there with intensity. I'm not sure if he thought of much of a game plan or not, but he's going to try and slam him again.
See, he's calling for the body slam now. He's trying to throw him again. Again, is this the right strategy? Oh, get squished. What count?
And all of his weight coming down with the elbow drop, but Matsunaga manages to get out. So far it looks like Polly's in control of the match. Matsunaga's going to have to find a way to turn the tables.
Polly's got Matsunaga in the WAR special. Now, if you're a long-standing Japanese wrestling fan, you know that WAR stands for Wrestle and Romance. Doesn't really describe the move very well, but that's the legendary promotion that Genichiro Tenryu used to host. Only in Japan will you ever get a promotion called Wrestle and Romance.
Maybe in Italy.
Maybe. Those damn Italians.
Ooh, we got him that time. He just needs a little bit of extra momentum to complete the slam.
He's going for another throw. I think he's
I think he just had
a
a
little too
backdrop.
confident.
Side suplex, but ooh, that was too easy for Polly to get out of.
The polyhammer, the Vader hammer, the polyhammer.
Or whatever you want to call it, he used it well in his backing control. Holy flow. And still he can't do it.
I think he hurt his lower back when he got him in the body slam earlier. He's been holding his hand against his back the whole time.
Well, this is going to help out.
Very scary and very cute at the same time.
After all 6 tons of Polly came down right on him, though, he managed to get out. Ooh, a schoolboy.
A sumo lariat.
There it is.
Big Saito suplex. I don't think Polly's used to being thrown like that.
No, and when you're that big, getting thrown can be even more painful.
All your weight coming down on your neck.
Exactly.
Another sumo move. Sumo tackle.
And the nonchalant cover. If you hooked the leg, you might have had it.
Getting a bit lazy there. Perhaps a bit too cocky with being in the offense. A powerbomb now?
I'm not sure how.
Pile grabber? Kawada kicks. Haven't seen those in a while. Oh.
Lupez press. Matsunaga's still able to get out of it, but not able to take over control of the match.
Dances into the polybuster.
The cutest polybuster I've seen.
2 and 3. Well, Matsunaga had his moments, but he really couldn't wipe the smile off of Polly's face. So if called for, you think he's got some energy left to dance after the show tonight?
It looks like Matsunaga had given him a pretty good battle, but sadly we have no after-party dancing in the ring this time.
Yeah. We'll have to see after the main event.
Yeah, exactly.
So for our undermatch today, we have Mad Polly defeating Tomomitsu Matsunaga with the Polybuster.
本日はご来場誠にありがとうございます。DDT プロレスリングアシスタントプロデューサー今林生徒
Here we have a friend, DDT assistant producer Imabayashi.
それではいつものように
No longer Amo Miyamoto with the afro, that's somebody else.
まず最初に皆様にお願いがございます。現在プロレス界の帝王高山義弘選手が頸髄を負傷しまして首から下が動かない状況の中懸命にリハビリを受けていらっしゃいます。 DDT グループとしましては少しでも高山選手の力になれますように、会場内に募金箱を設置しております。また売店で応援グッズも販売しておりますので、よろしければご協力のほどよろしくお願い申し上げます。
It's an ongoing effort, and at DDT shows, they still collect money and sell goods, with all proceeds going to Takayama and his family to support them.
で同時生中継されております。また先日会見でですね発表いたしましたが、ABEMA-TV さんで4月10日
Now again, this show is live on DDT Universe. Of course, this is the English recap show, so this is not live on, but the show itself was live on DDT Universe, as well as Samurai TV and ABEMA TV. Now again, ABEMA TV is the streaming app that works much like terrestrial or cable TV, but only in Japan. Now this time, there is a new two-hour program on every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Featuring DDT at Shinkiba First Ring.
というふうになっております。初回のファンクラブ選考が2月
So, as you see on the screen, it's almost weekly. So if you're a foreigner residing in Japan, you should be able to watch legally, of course, through the ABEMA TV app. And if you're not living in Japan, I'm sure there are ways, but we're not going to go into details there, at least not here on the English Recap Show.
If you're not in Japan, talk to your nearest Japanese embassy about moving to Japan. That's the best way to watch.
はい、DDT オフィシャルプログラムボリューム56、こちら。
So that's the official DDT pamphlet again, unfortunately only available in Japan, at least for now. They are talking about how these could be delivered overseas, but not at this moment.
こちらデザインの原案が原島選手ということでございます。XS から
New
XL
Smile Splash t-shirt, designed by Harashima himself. And there you go, my favorite, the Gongitsune t-shirt, which I actually have on right now. The t-shirt of Gone the Fox. No cease and desist from New York yet.
Here's something that will confuse the foreigners most likely, unless I think you live in Italy and maybe one other European country that actually have IQOS, but it's a nicotine delivery device.
Now these are votive picture tablets. They are used to wish for good fortune at shrines. So you can get these votives autographed, and then you can go to your nearby shrine to hang them up for good fortune.
旧デザイン T シャツなど大放出しております。貴重なキッズサイズ
Some
や
classic
残り
looking
1枚
gear there.
ワンサイズのみなどなどい
They're
ろんな
having
も
a
のが
dead stock
掘り出
sale
し物が
basically.
ございますのでこちらもご利用ください。
See some of the
続
older
いて、
T-shirts.
3月25日両国大会で発売予定のグッズのご紹介をさせてください。まずこちら、
Okay, here's some new merch
プ
coming,
ロレス格闘技とのコラボを多く展開されておりますリバーサルさん
which
と
will be
のコラボ
available
を
at
決定い
Sumo
たしま
Hall.
した。
Now, this is a collaboration T-shirt with Reversal. If you're an MMA fan, you might be familiar with the brand.
ですが DDT の会場販売が特別に4000円で販売させていただくことになります。
Now, it does say access all areas, but this doesn't allow you in the backstage of Sumo Hall, even if you do wear one.
選ばないという意味で DDT にぴったりのデザインということになっております。続きまして、はい、ヴィラン株式会社さんがですね企画制
And there
作
you
しま
go.
したサプリメン
Hard
ト
make body.
HMB のイメージキャラ
Now,
クタ
this
ーに
will
遠藤
probably
哲
need
也
some
が
explanation
抜
too,
擢
but
され
it's
まして
basically
このような商
a
品販売
post-workout
されることになり
supplement,
ました。
and
こちらトレーニン
Endo has
グ
been
愛
giving
好
the
家重宝さ
endorsement
れております
gig.
サプリメント HMB
No wonder given
ハードメイクボディという
his
商品に
physique
なり
and
ます。
how ripped and cut he
クレア
is.
チンと HMB をメイクとしました
But,
栄養補助食品ですでに遠藤選手も愛用しているということでこちらも会場限定価格2900円で販売いたします。そして好評いただいております写真集 DDT プレミアムフォト第3弾の発売決定いたしました。
Alright, so
今
next
回
we
はこちら
have,
の選手になります。
I know some of you foreigners out there love
は
this
い、
project, the
待ちに
DDT
待ったスマイル
Premium
スカッシュ
Photo
原島
Project
高尾相馬の写真集という形にな
is
ります。
a photo book
普段は見れない、
with
姿表
themes.
情をふんだんに取り込んだ
The
一冊
first
となっております。
Damnation sold out
画像
very
もう一枚あるんだっけ
quickly. The second round, Shuten Doji, there's only a few left, and there we go. Smile Squash this time around with Harashima and Takao.
300冊限定ということで
300 sets
2500
only,
円で販売い
sold
たしま
only
す
at the event.
第1弾のダムネーションはすでに完売四天童寺も残り数冊ということで完売必至ということですので、ぜひとも会場で、お買い求めください。よろしくお願いいたします。はい、続いて、本日より会場先行発売となるチケットがこちら。毎年恒例ゴールデンウィーク中の後楽園ホール大会4月
And
29
there's some of
日
the upcoming
ですね。
shows that the tickets are going on sale for. April 29th, Korakuen Hall, Max Pump. Most likely another show that will be covered by the English recap show.
その詳細が決定いたしましたので、こちらご覧ください。タイトルがベータマニア。
Now, if you recall, on the last English recap show, you saw that the video crew revolted against Takagi. It actually resulted in a match at the Yaro's card in Shinkiba. Then in the aftermath, what happened was that the video crew will be holding their own self-promoted event at Shinkiba First Ring on April 23rd, called Beta Mania.
HDC と特典映像 DVD 付きということで、はい。
And it looks like we have some standard definition seats as well as high definition seats.
はい、続いて3月25日両国大会に関してなんです
playing
が、
along with the
ドラ
theme
マティッ
there.
クドリームシート完売したことはすでにお伝えしておりましたが、この度末席 A も完売いたしました。ありがとうご
Next
ざいます。
announcement regarding Sumo Hall. They have the special ringside seats called the Dramatic Dream seats have been sold out, and also the box seats. If you've seen any Sumo Hall shows, you see that there are boxes where people sit in, and then the A section of these box seats have also sold out, and the others are going fast. So if you plan to be in Japan in Ryogoku on March 25th, you may want to get your hands on your tickets very quickly. Well, there we have the champion of Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, Miyu Yamashita, and the fighting idol, Maki Ito, here to make an announcement for their card on for their match on the Sumo Hall show.
はい、この度3月25日 DDT 両国国技館大会で、提供試合させていただきます。今回の大会は東京女子プロレス2つ東京女子プロレスで提供試合をさせていただくということで、
undercard match as well. So there's going to be 2 Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling matches
東京女子プロレスの、
on the
団体の
Ryogoku
存在を
show.
しっかりアピールしていきたいなと思いますので、東京女子プロレスのことも楽しみに、待っていてください。よろしくお願いします。
はい、東京女子プロレスのプロレス界一可愛いを担当する伊藤真希です。よろしくお願いします。
So Maki Ito calls herself the cutest in pro wrestling.
はい、相手が美意識軍プラス
Pretty tough competition up against Mad Polly.
Yeah, I would think Mad Polly would have something to say about that.
ちょっとよくわかんないんだけど、可愛さの時点で今の時点でもうすでに勝ってるから、まあ X が誰だろうと伊藤がプロの厳しさを教えてやろうと思うからこのリング上で、なんで皆さんよかったら応援の
You're going to have to make your in-ring return to compete against her in the cutest division, the most kawaii. So these two, along with partner Mizuki, will be in a match against Saki-sama and Azusa Christie and X of Neobi Ishikigun. We'll have to see who the X is.
でもコラボさせていただきました光栄テクモゲームズさんと新たなコラボが実現することになりました。本日光栄の山口プロデューサー来ていただいております
So we also have some news about the company Koei Tecmo, which sponsored the samurai match from the Saitama Super Arena show, and they are going to be working with DDT again.
Now you know that Dino and Takeshita are very big gamers, and they're usually in charge of anything that has to do with gaming related collaborations.
Actually, speaking of that, when I first came to DDT, I had an opportunity to use, I think, the PlayStation 3 before anybody else did. It was when the PlayStation 3 was just about to come out, and Dino and I, and a couple other wrestlers who I think are no longer with DDT, Yusuke Inokuma and maybe Muscle Sakai, I think, went to an office and got to preview the PlayStation 3. there was an article about that. So Dino is indeed a very big gamer.
Well, rumor is that when there's no DDT shows, he just stays home and plays games all the time.
When there is a DDT show, he plays games all the time. He plays games the whole time in the bus. Anyway, this is a horse racing game that I think is mainly popular just within Japan. But it's been a very long-running, very famous horse race game series.
The Winning Post 8 2018 has over a 20-year history, actually. So,
見えますかね、馬主のところにお二人の名前ちょっと書いてある。
Danshoku, Dino, and Konosuke Takeshita each have their own horses in the game.
そうですそうですそうです。
Dino's horse being called the Danshoku Claw, and Takeshita's horse being called All Out.
非常に強い馬ですので、
ゲームを進めていくうちに、
出てきますので、はい。でちょっとウィニングポストの紹介も
I think it may actually be the debut of a homosexual horse in the Winning Eleven series.
Well, do we know that the horse is actually gay?
Well, if his name is Danshoku Claw, I mean, you would think he must be. You know, I guess we don't know for sure. We may never know.
We'll have to see if the game actually touches on that point.
Might take a bit of special development to put that in, but maybe for Dino they'll go the extra mile. Who knows?
Someone will come up with a mod for that.
で今回のウィニングポスト8に
The horse can get distracted by the horse in front of him and whatnot.
Alright.
はい、今回はね調教です。もともとこう馬を生産することがメインのゲームだったんで、飯野さんよくご存知だと思うんですけど、
調教ですね。
はい、調教です。
調教ですね。
あ、そういう意味じゃないです。ちょっと違うんです。まあそう。
調教がすごいと。
そうです。まあ生産した馬をですね、自分の手でこういろんな方向性に育てられるような。
いろんな方向性に育てる。
ですね。そう、お好きな自分好み。
自分好みに。だんだんドツボですけど大丈夫ですか？
すみません、ちょっと巻きでお願いしてよろしいですか。はい、ちょっと時間もあるので。
持ってきちゃいましたね。はい、できるようになってますので。でちょっと2頭をね、ちょっと育ててスタッフので対戦させてみました。はい。まあ結果はゲームでって感じなんですけど、結構いい勝負してたので、これお二人が馬主になってましたけど、自分がこの馬を手に入れることもできますので、まあぜひどっちが強いかはゲームの方でやっていただけたらなと思います。よろしくお願いいたします。
皆さんどうぞ一回プレイしてみてください。よろしくお願いいたします。
ありがとうございました。
山口さんありがとうございました。
So again, Winning Post 8 2018 on sale in Japan on March 15th.
3月14日新宿フェイスで行われます。
And one day before that, on March 14th, there will be a DDT show produced by Saki Akai called DDT Collection. Now, Saki Akai, also being an actress and a fashion model, has been producing this entire card to become very cute and fashionable. And we'll see what she has to announce here today.
はい、こんにちは。よろしくお願いいたします。
はい、本日3試合発表できるということで、はい、赤井さんがもう寝ずに考えたカードということなので、はい、ちょっと、じゃあまず一つお願いします。
She's been losing some sleep thinking of some of these matches, but what do we have here?
アジャだらけのペイントランブル。参加選手アジャコングということで、
We have Aja Kong.
これはもう大体イメージはしてもうオファーを今してるんですけど、
So this is the Aja's Everywhere Paint Rumble. So I presume there's going to be a whole bunch of wrestlers in the notorious Aja-Kong face paint.
Oh goodness.
全員役に宮本優子、中津亮太、吉村直美、坂口幸雄、柴谷信弘よし、ちょっと一人だけ毛色が違うんですけど。
Alright, so next we have the Outrage Six-Way. Everybody is bad. So basically what this is that all of these wrestlers have juvenile delinquency histories. Is that the way to put it? They've been, you know, not your church-going teacher's pets. Going forward, going next, we have the Neo Bishiki-gun versus Tito Hijoshi with a new member, Kazuko Higuchi.
すごい背が高くてスタイルがいいっていうのはお聞きしています。
Now, along the traditions of Tito Hijoshi, I would presume that Kazuko Higuchi is a distant relative of Kazusada Higuchi, the ex-sumo wrestler who is in the semi-final fighting Maru Fuji today.
Might be, might not be, you never know. I mean, sometimes people just happen to have similar names.
And similar looks, similar builds.
はい鈴木健ですよろしくお願いいたします
よろしくお願いいたします。まあ、ケンさん、3月のね、
So that March 14th Sakia Kai produced DDT collection show is also going to be live on DDT Universe.
I will really be looking forward to that Aja's Everywhere Paint Rumble.
両国大会に向けての前哨戦が盛りだくさんラインナップされてますからね。まあ、
There you go, we have Kenoka and Gota Ihashi all suited up.
丸藤対するは、関口、樋口というね、はい、まあそのね、
Very rare that we see Ihashi in full dress.
どうなるか楽しみであります。さあリング上ではですね、大岡健選手と伊橋豪太選手が登場しております。見てみましょう。
And it looks like we have Ihaji going against Koji Kanemoto.
Right, so this is a series of 5 trial matches for Gota Ihashi, which evolved out of it was basically an outfall after he was in the main event of Choshu Riki Choshu Produce Show with Kota Ibushi, where Choshu actually told Ihashi that he's not up to par as a wrestler and should retire. And Ihashi was very let down by this, but as you see right here, right now, Oka is trying to beat some spirit into him, and as a result, Oka prepared the series of 5 matches. It's just been announced that Kanemoto is going to be his first opponent.
でも、岡さんのおかげで変わることができました。ちょっとでも変わった今の自分全部を。
Ihashi saying he initially wanted to run away, but now he says he wants to change.
4月1日後楽園大会橋ゴータ5番勝負第1戦
The determination on his face here. Never seen him look so serious.
それでは、お時間になりましたので
And
2人で
these two
オー
will
プニン
be
グコールお願い
opening
してよろしいで
the
しょうか。
card today.
いいですよ。なんて言います？
じゃあ DDT
はい。もう打ち合わせしといてよ。はい。
はい、いきます。DDT 後楽園大会スタート。
田 VS 丸藤直道。メインイベントスペシャルタッグマッチ、石川修司関本大輔 VS 竹下幸之助原島。2018年2月25日東京後楽園ホール Into the Fight 2018。
ただいまより行われます本日のオープニングマッチはタッグチームが時間差で
Alright, so the first match here we have the Tag Rumble. Can you go over the rules of the Tag Rumble for me, Bowen?
Absolutely. So for the Tag Rumble, we actually have a gauntlet match. Over the top rules, the entire team is eliminated when one member is out.
Alright, so now we have the first team entering.
始まります。2.25後楽園ホール大会 Into the Fight 2018。オープニングはなんとも豪華な全5チーム参戦の時間差ランブル戦タッグランブル。
Now here we have Koju Takeda. He is from the promotion 666, and he is currently fighting in DNA, and he is teamed with Yuki Ueno. This is a running theme among all the DNA wrestlers, but their builds are just incredible. Look at the lack of body fat.
I see it the other way around. If they put on some body fat, maybe they can graduate to, main event.
Ah, maybe that's the key there. Now we have here the team of Makoto Oishi and Kota Umeda. Now a rare matchup with Oishi just recently graduating from NWA. Now he's proposing, he's wanting to join the TTQ unit, but Kota Umeda of Shuten Doji. Usually we do not see them together in a tag here, but this is a very special tag rumble where these matchups can happen.
Ah, さすがチャンピオン。この解説陣もしっかりとベルトを持ってですね。そうですね。意識高いところを見せてますね。はい、常に一体化しております。はい。まあね、3.25 両国大会でもカードが決まりましたし、はい。気合入りますか。
Umeda, he's been out for over a year with a knee injury, just returned in November, but.
まあでもたとえ相手が誰であってもチャンピオンとしてもう迎え撃つ。
It's looking like he doesn't have any issues with his knee right now. Oh. It is certainly not afraid to kick his opponent as well as his tag partner.
And it sounds like we've got somebody coming in.
Now we have the team of Soma Takao and Mao coming in. Again, another refreshing team given the disbanding of NWA.
Mao, he's immediately going right after his friend, isn't he? His NWA former NWA co-member.
Now, given the disbandment, Mao decided that he wanted to pursue a future with Mike Bailey, who is not here this time. Hence his tagging with Soma Takao.
そうですね。ここからなんか今までなかった部分をね見せていけばやっぱり見方も変わっていくでしょうからね。
でも今日のクラブルはですね、はい、この DNA の上野と武田がかなり気合入ってますね。いやそうですね。この2人先日の DNA のね大会で一時やったばかりですからね。
That an elimination? Yes, and the team of Ueno and Takeda have been eliminated.
あと大石も危ない。上野勇気、田コーチ組が失格となってしまいました。武田選手もっと見てほしかったですけどもね、いいもの持ってる選手なんで、マスクもいいですし、体もバッカリですよね。そうですからね。
Right now, who do we have coming in?
山下選手はどうなんですか。DDT
There you go, Toru Owashi and Kazuki Hirata of T2G.
I would think with the over-the-top rule, Owashi is going to be a pretty difficult one to win.
Owashi not happy that his song had been cut off and interrupted by Hirata's Tokyo Go.
DDT グループにいる限りはですね、まあいつ何時誰が相手になるかわかんないですもんね。
本当そうですね。今踊ってらっしゃいますけど、平田選手とも戦いましたし。
もう踊ってないですよね。
Owashi still looking very pissed.
さあケンさん、この大足平田組T2 ですが、もうどうなんですかね、大石選手のねあれ。
Owashi using his teammate Hirata to perform his signature lucha spot and attacking his own partner. Oh, there we go, Hirata's devastating neck chops. The nerve chop passing everybody out.
普通にやってますね、平田選手と。全く違和感ないですけどね。
Mao blocks. Uses his head. Oh. It's a Kikoko. It's a Dragon Ball move. He's confusing his opponent for Frieza there for just a second. The breaking of the glass. Now we have the big boss, Sanshiro Takagi, along with two Sasadango machines. Look a bit smaller than
unusually small Sasadango machines.
And they look like they're in plain clothes, they're shirtless. I think they are providing there's the real Sasadango machine there. Just providing enough destruction to...
I would have liked to see a PowerPoint about that strategy actually.
Never really got to dance. So Owashi is eliminated with Kazuki Hirata.
17時間ぐらい前に同じ場所でもしかして
Oh, the golden trigger. Golden trigger, which actually happened just about 24 hours earlier in Korakuen Hall. I will not say with which promotion. Should Mao be disqualified for ripping a mask off like that?
In Mexico, I think it would be.
Right. Maybe not in Korakuen Hall.
But yeah, I would have to say that Super Sasadango Machine doesn't seem to be the type to, preserve the tradition of never showing his face.
Right. Cannonball 450 by Mao, and he pins Takagi. Now, I think this is the first time Mao's ever pinned Takagi. So just like that.
Just like that.
He's got something to say.
うちの DDT お家芸路上プロレスどうなってんすか？僕の上の世代はほとんどいねえし、あんたみたいな老害がいつまでってしゃばってんじゃねえよ。
He wants the old farts to get out to make space for the younger generation.
よく路上マッチ、俺とマイク・ベイリーで組んで世代交代だ。
So him and Mike Bailey want to challenge Takagi in the all areas Rojo match at Sumo Hall.
自分も路上プロレス興味あります。
Seems like Takao also wants to join this match. Now we already know that Takagi is going to be in the match with Munenori Sawa. as we saw in the last Korakuen
小
show.
林歌手の幽霊部員初めて2人で組むけど宮本優子と
But since this is a tag match, Takao needs a partner, which he claims is going to be
宮本優子と
Yuko Miyamoto,
でですか
which very few people know is actually a sleeper member of Smile Squash.
全然飲み込めてない顔してます。
もうこれ決まりでいいんじゃないですかねえ皆さん
So suddenly, up until this point, we never knew who was going to be in the match with Takagi and Sawa. But we have 2 more challenging teams.
真央ベリー宮本優子高尾おめえら両国全域しよう路上プロレス参戦決定だおら
And Takagi accepts,
なんだ
but wait, the lights go out. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
どうもーい、ティーバックおじさんです。あれ、みんな俺のこと忘れちゃった
We
の
just mentioned him a bit earlier.
We sure
中
did.
澤マイケルだよ。
It's Michael Nakazawa.
高木さんしろ、両国での路上プロレス、面白そうじゃないか。俺も参戦してやる。貴様
Oh, well, he's going to be joining the Rojo match too at Sumo Hall. And for his partner, he says he brought someone from New York, which is... Oh no, oh no. Are they even allowed to play this music? Ah, there we go, they dubbed it over. Aha. Smart business move by DDT here, but that music as we know it is for... Is he actually in the arena? Is this really him?
まあでもですね、DDT のお客さんがね、普通におーおーって言い始めたのは、本当ね、訓練されすぎです。陳助中村です。陳助中村
It's
がゴー
him,
ルデンホールに
it's
やってきました。
Shinsuke Nakamura.
これでね、テイさん、
Or should we say the artist known as Shinsuke Nakamura? I thought he was just in the other Rumble from the New York Fed. Wonder what he's doing in Tokyo right now.
Posing.
Takagi is dumbfounded. But, oh, it just attacks him. I mean, the match is over, but he's still trying to throw him over the top rope. And goes for the Kinshasa! Oh my god. Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? Nakamura wins the Rumble?
Maybe. I guess we'll have to go back and see if...
Oh! There's the sign at the Mania. There's Ryogoku Mania. So the winner of the Rumble, Shinsuke Nakamura, is pointing at the Mania sign. Very handmade Mania sign, I must say. So I guess there we have it. Michael Nakazawa and Shinsuke Nakamura also going to be at Ryogoku Sumo Hall for Judgment 2018. Hopefully Shinsuke won't be getting any cease and desist letters from New York. And we'll just pretend that really
Why would he be
didn't
getting
happen.
anything like that?
Moving on to the second match of the night, the infomercial match for Net One Systems Co. Limited.
ただいまより入場してまいります男爵 D の選手、渡瀬瑞希選手、岩崎幸喜選手、アントニオ・本田選手、秋人選手、赤井咲選手はホモでございます。入場時、大変な興奮状態で好みの男性客を見つけると襲いかかることがございます。決して目を合わせぬよう、ご自分の身はご自分でお守りいただきますよう十分にお気をつけください。それではただいまより本日の第1試合インフォマーシャルマッチ
The crowd with big smiles awaiting Danshoku Dino's entrance. I have no idea why they have big smiles. I would be terrified. Well, actually, I wasn't in the arena. I actually was in the arena and was actually very terrified every time.
But you managed to stay safe so far?
I hide.
You hide.
There we go. My favorite teacher of the night, Antonio Honda. Followed by Mizuki Watase, Koki Irosaki, both in DNA, Akito of All Out, Saki Akai, the regular of these infomercial matches. There we go, Danshoku Dino. Dino late to enter the ring, having spent some time outside the ring hunting down his favorites. Akito getting a little extra streamers for his birthday. Happy birthday to Akito.
Dino's in the ring pretty quick this time.
Maybe not too many good looking guys out there for his liking this time.
Well, you know, when you take your dog to the dog park and you let him off the leash, he wants to go run around and smell the other dog's butts.
Right.
I see the same kind of behavior in Dino when he makes an entrance, you know?
Now making an entrance are the employees of Net1 Systems. Now, Net1 Systems is actually a very legitimate company. They're a systems integrator, and back in my days as an investment banker, I used to cover this company, and they seem to be very straightforward, legitimate, straight-laced. But I have no wonder, I have no idea what they are doing here today. So let's hear what they've got to say.
どのような商品をインフォマーシャルさせていただけるんですか。
こんにちは、ネットワンシステムズです。本日は弊社の世界最先端の技術をインフォマーシャルしたいと思っております。
ちょっとよくわからないんですけれども、すみません。
我々はこの度世界初プロレスラーの状態を分析し可視化するシステムの構築に成功いたしました。
So apparently they have succeeded in building a system which can quantify and visualize the state of wrestlers during a match using these sensors on Dino's wrists, as we see right here.
Quantification and visualization.
おかしくないですか？うさんくさくない？
安心してください。我々の技術は世界最先端です。
So they're going to have the infomercial match, so they would like to showcase the bleeding edge technology through this match. So there we go, that's the quantification and visualization of Danshoku Dino's state. Oh! He just got hit.
We can see his HP has gone from 100 down to 95.
いや山下さんそういうことってあるんですかプロレスラー。
いや不意打ちでねされるとやっぱり5ぐらい減りましたね。
This is interesting. Now, I think this is the first time we'll actually get to see what kind of damage every move has on a wrestler.
That's true. There are a lot of moves I wonder about, especially in Dino's arsenal.
なんか安心しましたね。はい。じゃあ試合やりますか。やりましょう試合。
This actually could turn out to be a very informative match for all of us here. So again, this is a six-way match, not an elimination, so the match is over when one person wins. So Dino's the only one with the device, so you really can't tell what's happening to the others.
That's a bit unfortunate. I wonder if these kind of things have some regenerative capabilities here.
We'll have to see. I'd like to know what kind of damage Watase is suffering right now, but unfortunately this system is not on Watase.
特にねまだファン歴の浅い方なんかは、あの技がどのくらい効いたのか、あ、この痛いの数値でわかると、はい、あ、減った。
Quite a system, even sound effects. So the drop kick is taking off another 5 HP.
Down to 90
減
right
る
now.
時ってのはなんかかなりなんか寂しい音がするんですね。ヒューで。
戦ってる選手もこの自分の技がどれぐらい威力あるのかと知れますよね。
わかりますよね。
実際に。
どうなんでしょう。
The train.
ポイントがゼロになったら、
減ってる。
2ずつ減ってく。
With all the craziness with the HP meter and whatnot, I don't know if we mentioned this, but in this match, it is not an elimination style match. There will just be one winner. The match is over with one person.
And as we speak, Dino's HP is now down to 54. The graphics has changed.
I didn't see the number, but maybe a bit early.
こんな気分なんでしょうね。まあいわゆるピンチですね。
数値でわかるピンチと、はい、
数値といわゆるグラフィックでわかる。
Right, but for the wrestlers, it doesn't have to be Dino. They could pin anybody. Now we have Akito with the signature double dragon scoop. No, oh, triple dragon scoop today.
How surprising to see some screwing and Dino wasn't involved in it.
Takedown. Oh, it sounded different. Oh, it does actually have indeed.
It did. Who would have thought?
Regenerating capabilities there. It was down to like 40 at one point and was draining the life out of Akito there. His HP back at 80 now. Even this.
That actually has quite strong healing capabilities. Wow.
Didn't know there was so much ups and downs going on in the middle of a match.
Yes, it's amazing.
For the Springport $1 million dream, didn't think he could do it, but
惜しかった。もうちょいで成功してた。1ミリずれた。1ミリずれて膝が10センチずれました。もう試合できない。ギブアップ。あーちょっと待って。でもここでギブアップしたら本当にちょっとなんかまだゲージも残ってるし、なんか期待外れになっちゃうんで。
So he injured his knee, cannot continue with the match, but wants to give something to the fans. So he'd like to share his Gongitsune story of the night.
いやテレビは何を見てもオリンピックだらけだな。ちょっとおじさん、オリンピック飽きちゃったからチャンネル変えよう。プチ。あ、すげえ、超人オリンピックやってる。
Gonda Fox wanted to watch the Winter Olympics and turn the TV on, but ended up getting the Superman Olympics. Now that's a Muscle Man reference from it's a Japanese wrestling animation from the 80s. Some of you may know that's where the famous Muscle Buster move came from.
間違えた。超人オリンピックじゃなくてチンチンオリンピック。
The Gonda Fox. The Faito Ipatsu and calling for the Danshoku driver. Just feints into his pants.
Oh, but Saki Akai comes in with a kick.
Oh, the Saki cutter.
Well, look at that. They've even got a graphic to show his...
Dizzy. He's going dizzy.
That's right.
I think Capcom's going to be making a couple phone calls to DDT.
Those sensors are incredible.
意外に D の選手の防御力が低いね。もうヒットポイント10です。
He's down to 10.
He lost his pants at that.
頭痛いから働くなっています。
さあ残り10だったらバックドロップ一発でゼロになりかねないですよね。そうですね。
I thought he might have gotten a little bit back from that.
No regenerative capabilities to his lip lock.
さあアントニオ・ホンダがシャイニング
Shining Gonbitsune. And his HP is down to 0, which means... How does that happen? His HP was 0. How does he kick out?
やばい。もしかして暴走。
He's gone berserk.
ディーノが暴走しました。ディーノが暴走しました。ネットワンシステムも完全暴走です。ヒットポイントはゼロのはずなのに。
Again, reminiscent of the anime Evangelion, where Evangelion runs out of battery but still goes berserk and starts moving again. A lip lock to the Danshoku driver and wins the match.
いやまあシステムを超越した何かがあったのかもしれないですね。これはね。やっぱ山下選手プロレスラー
So what were they wrong about the measurement?
I think he's got something to say.
最先端でも実在せないものなのかもしれないですね。追い込まれた時に。
こんなはずは我が社の技術力は世界最先端なはずだ。これは何かのエラーに違いない。そうだ、記憶の変化とチケット代の値上げのデータを入力してなかった。それだ。
違うのよ。プロレスは違うの。
何がだ。我が社の技術力は世界最先端なんだと。
Well, it seems our scientist friend here is trying to figure out where he went wrong with the calculations, but Dino says that it's not that, the pro wrestling's different.
Says that there are some forces that can't be quantified,
違うの。それが違うのよ。
such as the power they get from the audience
数
cheering,
値じゃないの。
the strength of heart.
プロレスって人間の生き様をぶつけるような、そのリングでぶつけるようなそういうものだから、数値化とかなんだろう、数字とかでそういうのじゃ表せないのよ。だからたまにはそう数字だけで言うと私も40歳太ったおっさんですよ。でもそれでもよくわからない力が出るのは私の生き様をこうやって見てくれている。
Dino has a wonderful example of if you just look at numbers, he says he's a 40-year-old fat guy.
Right.
ものが出せたりするのがそれ
But
がプロ
he
レス
is
なのよ。
chosen as the #1 wrestler among the fans in the general elections.
プロレスは人間が苦しみもがき、それでも戦うという人間の心を描いた競技なんです。
Looks like the scientist just reading the script right out of his board.
選手たちがプロならば私たちもプロです。お客様にとってより良いシステムの管理と構築を追求することは我々の永遠の課題なのです。今日は失敗しましたが、次はプロレスの可視化に成功してみせます。ネットワンシステムズ株式会社の名にかけて。
面白いじゃない。その時は
So the scientist vows to improve his product like a true professional, just like Dino fought and won like a true professional himself. Come to a mutual understanding. Didn't think he was expecting that.
No, that's not something you normally get as part of your job.
はい、ということで山下選手の
Hope he gets overtime and hazard pay for that.
「
Moving on to the third match, we have entering the team of Keisuke Ishii and Ken Oka. And today they will be facing Damnation, Tetsuya Endo, and Daisuke Sasaki. Now, too bad Oka's theme, Bad Communications, is being dubbed over here. I'm not quite sure of the rules of when the songs get and don't get dubbed over, but the fans here absolutely electrified by Ken Oka's entrance. And this is actually a precursor match for Judgment 2018. These teams will be facing each other, minus today Danshoku Dino and the Great Muta, which will be in the respective teams for a 6-man tag special match at Judgment 2018.
We're aware that Oka is a big fan of Shinaringo.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he is. He gave me a Shinaringo CD. He used to be my roommate.
Roommate?
Roommate, yeah. In the DDT dormitory.
In Koiwa?
It was near Takenotsuka.
Right. There we go, Ken Oka, current independent world junior heavyweight champion. The belt, which he actually won from Daisuke Sasaki, who will be coming in right now. You see that Endo's hair has grown out a little. Sasaki making a slow entrance with Polly, his pet, right behind. Ken Oka starting with Sasaki. Now these two have a long history, this Oka and Endo. They've been taking the Independent World Junior title from each other, and also Oka's life savings at one point has been taken by Sasaki, which Oka has subsequently been successful in retrieving. But the bad blood remains. Sasaki obviously being the better wrestler here. But Oka getting the advantage here.
Oka is a very impactful guy with a big personality. I think even in his shoulder tackles that can be expressed.
Sasaki is called the charisma here in DDT, but when it comes to charisma, I think Ken Oka matches up quite squarely with Sasaki. They just offer different types of charisma to different crowds, but I think they are equally popular in the DDT here, space here.
でも今チャンピオンですからね。チャンピオンです。いや本当佐々木大輔から一気にジュニアのベルトをして財産を奪回しましたね。本当にね。本当にねプライベートでも家庭を持ってですね。一番大事な時期じゃないですか。はいはい。あ、まずい。膝やっちゃいましたか。
I think something going wrong with Oka's knee there. which isn't surprising, honestly, with Japanese wrestlers that fight in wife beaters. They tend to have a history of knee injuries.
That's an interesting anecdote. I would say they just tend to get injured. I don't know if it's the wife beater impairing their movement or if it's the personality that would lead to somebody wearing a wife beater.
It's no secret that Ken Oka is a big fan of Atsushi Onita, hence the look.
でもその時にここまでの頑張れプロレスでのカリスマになるという種みたいなものもまるで見られなかった。いやまさかねここまで皆さんに支持されているような選手だと思わなかった。
No, I mention this every time, but just Endo's back, his muscles, the physique. It was very deceiving given Damnation's very decadent lifestyle.
ファンとしか一緒にいてただいたなっていうぐらいにとどまるぐらいの存在感とか逆にすごいと思うんですけどね。普通一緒に生活してたら結構自分の中でグッとくるもんじゃないですか。
Now in Ryogoku, in the Damnation corner there will be the Great Muda, and in Oka and Ishii's corner there will be Danshoku Dino.
I would say both of them are very special weapons in their own different ways.
Ishii tagged in. Now Ishii's favorite wrestler is Great Muda, so he must be really hyped for this match. Imagine being able to wrestle your dream opponent, which you loved as a fan. And this is going to happen for him in 1 month.
Well, it was quite an exchange.
Back and forth between two very athletic wrestlers.
グレート・ムタといつか戦いたいというのが叶う人の方が圧倒的に少ないですからね。
しかもグレート・ムタさんはその3月の両国の試合の最後にね、しばらくちょっと魔界から出てこないという事情がございます。
It's more like a slap than a chop, but Endo counters with a springboard spin kick. Trying to make the tag to Sasaki. Flying clothesline.
佐々木大輔、遠藤哲也がグレート・ムタとどんなコンビネーションを見せるかっていうのね、全く予想できないですよね。
全くわかりません。これ大橋さんなんかこんな感じになりそうだな。
Reversal after reversal. And a beautiful drop kick. Throws back his beautiful hair. His frequenting of hair salons definitely paying dividends here. And when he's not in the ring, he's usually drinking or spending time at the hair salon, as we saw in video from, I believe it was the Saitama Super Arena.
A decadent lifestyle indeed.
Ooh, double knees to the back. Oka in the ring again. Still bearing a grudge for Sasaki for almost causing his family to fall apart when Sasaki took his life savings, which was under $7,000, if I may add. Perhaps a little less than average for a 40-year-old man.
大丈夫なんですか、このチームはちゃんと。石井選手が従ってる今のところですか。
あとね、D の選手とのそのトリオというものがね、どの程度機能するのか。
そうですよね。いや、しかし、大竹とグレート・ムタのね。
これは痛い誤爆です。まずいですね。
Ishii misses, and now Oka all alone, 2-on-1 situation.
He could be in trouble.
Manhattan drop into an injury kick. Shin crusher into a super kick. Great combination by Damnation. Climbing up for the elbow drop. Gets it.
In the nick of time, Ishii makes the save.
Frankensteiner. To a German suplex. Oh, brilliant move there. Started using that move in the Dio Grand Prix. I think he's got it all down now. Perfect timing. Oka spear fire. Ooh. Endo flies out of nowhere. Knee upper to Endo into a double arm.
What was that?
Last time it was soda pop. Don't know what it is this time. It could be different every time. Taking a page out of Great Muda. Cannot get the Spear of Fire again. Saki in his signature crippler face lock. Oka's going for the ropes. Can he get? No. Rolls him back.
Oh, dear.
So Endo Tetsuya and Sasaki Daisuke win the match with Sasaki's crippler crossface on Ken Oka. Lights go out.
Yeah, what do we got going on now?
Doesn't look like a video clip or anything. What's going on here?
I think somebody's
some
there.
movement. Oh!
That looks like milk.
Not really mist, more like a squirt.
A squirt of milk in the face from Nino, goodness.
And then that metal tool that they use to fix the ring.
Oh, it cannot be comfortable in there.
Ow, 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 ow.
Oh, with the bar.
Who could this be?
I've got no idea. I've never seen anybody like this before. I know it's not Aja Khan.
It's not Great Muda.
いやー 2.1 横浜に続いて現れましたね、グレートホモン。はい。美味しい牛乳吹いてます、あの人。牛乳なんですよ。
Spilling milk with the crowd.
美味しい牛乳が。やばい。
Could this be a precursor to what we could be expecting at Sumo Hall?
はい。乾くとね、そうです。
Putting milk onto both sides. Not just to Damnation, but to Ken Oka.
Well, whoever this mystery man is, I assume that he's going to play some kind of role in the upcoming match.
Alright, so that was the third match. Now going into the fourth match, we have the KOD 6-man Tag Championship. Making their entrance first, the challenger team, Fuminori Abe, Ryota Nakatsu, and Ryuichi Sekine. The man in the blonde right here, Ryota Nakatsu. The guy in the red towel is Fuminori Abe. Interesting how Ryota has 85 kilograms as a part of the splitter handle. Gonna have to maintain that weight. And Ryuichi Sekine. A lot of fans a lot of streamers considering that they are in a way, they're the invading promotion here, challenging against Shuten Doji, coming from Pro Wrestling Basara. Now, of course, Pro Wrestling Basara is a subsidiary promotion of the DDT group headed by Isami Kodaka. Their show is also available on DDT Universe.
それに怒りの炎を燃やしたチャンピオンチーム工藤坂口幸雄高梨正宏の四天同時第32代王者チームこの後楽園ホール大会が2度目の防衛戦になります
And here come the champions.
Shuten Doji.
高梨正宏そして坂口幸雄最後に工藤の登場です
Masahiro Takanashi, Yukio Sakaguchi, and Kudo. Being with backup by Kota Umeda, who we saw earlier, the fourth member of Shuten Doji.
I've had the chance to wrestle against Kudo in 2 different countries. He's a very strong wrestler.
2 different countries being?
I wrestled with him in the US for Chikara Pro Wrestling, and I wrestled, of course, in Japan.
Right.
さあついにプロレスリングバサラがこの DDT のタイトル取りに乗り込んでまいりました。
I think my record in matches against Kudo is 1 win and 2 losses. The win was in a tag match.
はっきり小高勇は言っています。DDT プロレスリン
Back
グ
when he was with Team 2000 Island Wrestling.
その本陣
Team 2000 Island Wrestling. A long time ago. Throwback for you old fans out there. Wonder how many of you actually know that. It's been a while.
Yeah, but Team 2000 Island Wrestling was no team to mess with.
Legendary stable indeed.
唯一手が届くかもしれないベルトでもあるのでちょっとこの先の動向が気になってます。
なるほど、ということはやっぱ大橋選手もまだ T2 フィーで何かしらの結果を残したいと。
そうですね。プロレス活動をしてる限りはね、何かしらやっぱり狙っていきたいっていう好きあらばですね。
結構ライトな。
そうですね。あんま深く考えないで。
Shuten Doji, obviously the better looking team here.
いやでもですね、ケンさん。はい。このチャレンジャーチーム騎馬隊の2人はですね、バサラのアイアンフィストタッグトーナメント優勝しましたもんね。
タッグトーナメント優勝を果たしておりますから勢い乗ってますよね。
Fuminori Abe starting the match now. Abe just joined Basara this January. He is trained by the legendary Munenori Sawa, who we will be seeing at a sumo hall. It's been a while.
Yeah, when did Sawa come back? I thought he had retired.
Officially, he is still, he calls himself Ippanjin Munenori Sawa, which can be translated to just normal civilian. So technically, he has not returned as a wrestler.
I see.
Now, Abe here, he wrestles very much like Sawa, I think you will see in the match. But now we have Sekine in the ring, formerly of Kaientai Dojo, now a member of Pro Wrestling Basara.
高梨選手はなんでバサラが出てくるんだったら大将の小高勇が出てこないんだって不満でしたね。そうですね。
大将が出てくるまでもないというか、大将もクソもなく騎馬隊が一番だという思いが中下関にはあるでしょうか。
Now these two, Sekine and Nakatsu, are a member of a team called Kibatai, which can be translated into cavalry. As you saw right there, their horse riding type of pose there. Abe coming in. Now, I should mention he is on the side, a freelance Buddhist monk.
What would that entail being a freelance Buddhist monk?
So he's technically qualified to preside over funerals, etc.
Despite the long hair?
No, Abe here.
Oh, right.
He has no hair. He's got the classic monk look of the shaved head.
Oh, right, my mistake.
No, Takanashi is a heavy drinker. He is far from being qualified for a Buddhist monk. No, he is more drunk than he is sober, so I do not think he will ever qualify for a Buddhist monk.
We never know. Sometimes people change their lives around.
意外にグラスハートなんですよ。
Born again Buddhist monk.
Maybe.
そこら辺はケンさんね、まあ T3 の平田選手のハートの強さっていうのはね、まあユニーク
Great combination by Shuten Doji.
まあその乗り込みとしては平田選手だけ行かせればいいんじゃないですかね。なるほど。一人でなんとかしてくるでしょ平田さんだったら。
平田さんはもう何でもありなんで、もう行ってそのまま焼かれようがね、煮られようが焼かれようが切り裂かれようが、平田さんは大丈夫なんで。
全然大丈夫です。
大橋選手が今ね、その手があって表情がパッと明るくなりました。その手がありました。
Now, Takanashi was not happy that Basara came to challenge without the top wrestler Isami Kodaka as part of the team, but Isami Kodaka, who considers DDT an enemy and a rival promotion, has full faith that these three will win and bring back the championship titles to Basara.
ケンさんでも相対駆動ちょっと刺激的ですね。
そうですね。まあどちらも蹴りを使えてですからね。
この動き、ハイキックをかわされてもスピンキックです。またこの阿部選手は僧侶としてのね、顔を持ってるんですよね。
フリーの僧侶として活動してますね。
よいしょ。フリーの僧侶。
はい、フリーなんですよ。どこのお寺にも属してないです。
とんでもないやつがいるんですね。
お経を唱えてからそのまま試合会場に行ってプロレス。
Now, Sakina here, I usually see him motivated only when he wrestles in intergender matches, but today I see him coming in full of hype, but Sakaguchi stopping his momentum with his MMA trained kicks.
Well, from the looks of things, he's a wife beater away from the knee injury.
関根選手蹴りでもね上回ってほしいですけどもね。
坂口選手ももちろん得意ですが、関根隆一選手も。
Double chop looking for the tag to Ryosha Nakatsu, who graduated of DNA and joined Basara after graduating from DNA. Catches his kick. Sakaguchi gets out.
さあ、騎馬隊ダブルの攻撃です。
Combination move. Oh! Kibatai goes for the combination move, but Takanashi sweeping the leg from the outside. Oh. And Basara successful in getting a 3-on-1 situation on Sakaguchi.
Oh, wow, right into the knees.
Very original, unique combination. Both members of Stendoji in for the save, but Nakatsu has Sakaguchi in the oh! Sakine has his combine move, the crab hold.
And it looks like Abe has got the Omanji Gatame from Murinori-sawa.
Yes. But the legal man, Sakaguchi, gets out, reaches the ropes.
まあ本当にね、この KOD6 人タッグ選手権試合というものは、大橋選手もよく分かっているように、本当目まぐるしくね、チャンピオン、なかなか頂
This
点
could
を
be
超え
a
てる
big
難しいベルトです
win for Nakatsu if he gets if he scores a pin off of Sakaguchi.
まあそれはイコール
The battle of the blondes here.
ユニット構想というものが激化してくると、どうしてもそれがイコール6人タッグになってくるというね。
まあそうですよね。各ユニットの実力がね、切迫感
Oh, wasn't the most beautiful of STOs, but could have been that much more devastating. I don't think Sakaguchi felt clean on his back.
ついに KOD6 人タッグ選手権の構想が団体間の争いまで拡大してまいりました。さあここで高梨がどういうアシストを、はい、呼び込みました坂口幸雄。そして工藤のリードラップを返しました。フォレステン同時今勝負かけてましたね。
畳み込みに来た矢先をねちゃんときっちりカットしましたからね。
さあ一進一退目まぐるしく攻防が入れ替わるこの KOD6 人タッグ選手権試合。どっちが取っていくのは神の右膝。
Oh, misses the God's right knee.
投げられない。長さが投げられない。踏ん張っていく坂口。
Slaps off the kick. gives him a kick of one of himself and a German suplex.
Very nice bridge. And left there.
He can do it, he's on fire. Sakaguchi out with the knee strikes. A crucifix. Into an arm lock. Could this be it? He's got nowhere to go. Oh! Just like that, gets him in a triangle. And then the experience coming into play. Now, is he going to power up? No, no. Sakaguchi gets a combination chicken wing. And Nakatsu has nowhere to go but to tap.
No, it's quite a submission, a combination of a triangle with the
chicken wing arm lock.
Right. Or an MMA, the Kimura.
Shuten Doji, the 32nd champions of the KOD 6-man tag, succeed in their first defense of the current reign. Three men from Basara putting up a very good fight. Just not quite getting there.
役割分担がちゃんとしてるんですけど、やっぱ最後、坂口さん、仕留めに行ったと、ちょっと相撲プレーかもしれないですね、結果的に。
大和選手がそれを話して、なんとなく羨ましそうな、
羨ましそう。役割分担ができてるってところに羨ましさ感じてるんですよね。
本当ね、困りました。
おバタラ、面白かったよ。いつでもまた。
Sakaguchi saying he enjoyed fighting the guys from Basara, commends them, and says he will fight them anytime.
DDT グループは面白いチームいっぱいあるけどよ、一つ問題がある。両国で俺らと戦うチーム、もう大体の。
Takanashi saying that Shuten Doji ran through everybody and that there's no one left to fight at Sumo Hall.
自分で言うのは嫌だけどよ、四天同士がベストユニットだと俺らは思ってる。そして俺らの対戦相手がいないことにとても俺は困っている。できればどっかに名乗り上げてほしいけど。
So the lack of opponent is a serious problem, but again, being Shuten Doji, in regular Shuten Doji style, he's just gonna drink that problem away.
この問題先ほどゆっくりだな。
Oh, who do we have here? That is Takeda and Ueno from earlier in the night today. Two members of DNA. And they would like to challenge for the 3-man tag, the 6-man tag.
どこで？両国で。はっきり言ってよ。軽々しく両国って口に出せるその若さと勇気ってやつが羨ましいけど。
Well, two problems here. One, do you deserve to challenge? Two, you don't have a third member.
残念ながら呼んでないんでお引き取りください。大体よ、お前ら、これ6人タッグのベルトなのによ、2人しかいねえじゃねえか。お前よ、大体この間海に。
He's talking about how Ueno isn't good enough when Umeda just kicked his ass last time they were in the ring together. And Umeda going in the face of Ueno. Or not.
じゃあ、俺入れた3人でそのベルト挑戦させてくださいよ。
Umeda just put up a challenge. Says he's joining these two guys. But he's a member of Shuten Doji. What's going on here?
そんな、どういう、ごめん、いまいち理解できないんだけど、今日は。立派になったな。お前の心意気は買うよ。なあ、ただ、後ろにいる。こいつとこいつ。こんな2人連れて。何を踊るんだなあ。
Sakaguchi commending Umeda for his guts and for stepping up, but he tells them that they have absolutely no chance with nobody's like that behind them. and asks Umeda if he's ready to quit Shuten Doji.
その覚悟があるから3人で挑戦させてくださいよ。今日限りで四天童子やめさせてもらいますよ。
Umeda just proclaimed that he is leaving Shuten Doji to challenge for the six-man championship.
よくわかった。お前、誰に唾を吐きかけたか、よくわからしてやるよ。なあ、兄弟。まあいいや。適当に過ごして飲み直そうか。俺さっきからってだろ、この野郎。
さあ大変なことになってしまいました。なんと四天王寺の梅田浩太が四天王寺を
楽しみにしてるよ。
四天王寺を抜けてなんと上野の武田並びました。
So we just witnessed Shuten Doji lose a member, Kota Umeda.
坂口さん、俺だって武田さんだって梅田さんだって腹くくってここ来てるんですよ。絶対俺たちがどうなったって両国であんたらに勝ってそのベルト取るんでなめんじゃねえぞ。
It makes sense for Ueno, who's desperately looking to step up, given his school classmate Takeshita being at the top of the mountain right now. He's been looking for an opportunity to step up, and here it is.
2年前怪我して去年の11月復帰してそれまで居場所を作ってくれた四天童子だけど、あそこにいても4番手のままならこれを機に行動して恩返しで両国で挑戦してベルト取ります。
Umeda says he's thankful
四天童子
for everything that Shuten Doji has done for him.
楽しませてやるよ、期待してください。
But he will always be the fourth member there, and he believes that he needs to step out in order to raise his own standing within DDT.
Well, it should be a good chance for him. I mean, the longer you spend around people in wrestling, the more you know what they're going to do and you know their style. So I would say that he would have some inside information, perhaps, how to take down the other team.
Most definitely.
東京女子プロレス提供試合といたしまして、山下美優、伊藤真希。
Right, Imabayashi coming out. I believe he's making an announcement for the Tokyo Joshi match, but Fuminori Abe just comes in to interrupt.
僕DDT の両国特に路上が出たいです。
いや、そんなこと今言われても君。
So he wants to join the Rojo match too.
切り替え早いんで。
Some fans are very happy to hear that, figuring out that we'll be seeing a dream match of sorts between Fuminori Abe and Munenori Sawa. But again, since this being a tag match, apparently Abe just walked out and blurted out that he wanted to join without a partner.
久々に決まってます。
決まってないだろ絶対
And he's saying that Kodaka Isami could be his partner, but I don't think he's consulted Isami.
もう大丈夫です。多分携帯依存症なんですぐ連絡します。もう。
So he's going to go backstage and make a call to Isami to confirm that he'll be available to be in the match.
今日のところはとりあえずね。
So no plans
ということで戻ってくだ
whatsoever.
よっしゃ DDT 路上決まったぞ
決まってねえっつってんだろ帰れ早く
さあでした
帰れ
お願いします本当にね
ヘラヘラしやがって
So there we go, Fuminori Abe going in to make a phone call.
すみません、話を元に戻します。3月25日両国大会で、東京女子プロ
Imabayashi going back to make his Tokyo Joshi announcement, but here we have another interruption. Entering the ring is Neobi Ishiki-gun. That's Azusa Christie with Saki-sama. Azusa Christie being the faithful nun and servant of Saki-sama.
紳士淑女の皆様、はじめまして、ごきげんよう。
Not to be confused with Saki Akai, two totally different characters.
シスター、あとはお願い。
They are the current tag champions at Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling.
3月25日の両国国技館大会に参戦が決まりまして、サキ様ができる限り大勢の方の前でご挨拶をとのことでしたので、今回こちらの DDT 大会に私たちやってまいりました。先ほど東
Now,
京女子
since
プロレ
she
ス
is the
ピンクのおしゃく
subservient,
れペリカンさん
faithful
と
servant, she carries both the tag belts
頭
because
も
the
態
belt
度も大きい方がなんだか無
apparently
礼
is
なことをおっ
not
しゃってお
beautiful
りま
enough
した
for
が、
the tastes of Saki-sama.
あら。
Now, as calling out their opponents for Sumo Hall, calling Yamashita a pelican, much like Muhammad Ali did to Inoki.
じゃあ聞こえてたお前。
Also calls Ito a big head with a big attitude, which I must say is fairly accurate.
X は誰だよ。伊藤がプロとしての厳しさを教えてやるから早く X 出してみろよ。ほんと頭も態度もでっかい小娘だこと。いいわ。
Now, the third member of Yamashita and Ito's team is Mizuki, but the Neo-Bishiki-gun third member is X. But apparently, right now, Saki-sama is calling out the third member X. Who could it be? Looks like she's extremely shy, hiding behind the bear.
からちらちらと鋭い目つきが見え隠れしていますが、かなりこの美意識軍の X は傲慢な方ですね。
そしてフリフリですね。
でもなんか可愛らしい感じが、
恥じらいが感じられますね。あ、可愛いという声援が。
こちらのよしこ様、大変照れ屋さんでございますので、
So we have
私が代わりにご
Yoshiko-sama.
紹介させていただきます。こちらのよしこ様、さき様の古くからの幼なじみでございまして、ご宿敵、ご戦友でございます。
So Yoshiko-sama is an old friend and rival since youth
お力添え
of
していただくこ
Saki-sama.
とが決まりました。よしこ様、お恥ずかしいと思いますが、一言だけ皆様にご挨拶いただいてもよろしいでしょう
Oh,
か。
she's so shy. She just can't get herself to speak on a microphone in front of a big crowd.
今日は皆様に会えて大変嬉しゅうございます。恥ずかしい。素
敵でございます。
So Yoshiko-sama, apparently not to be confused with Yoshiko, who is friend and rival of Saki Akai.
恥ずかしいのはお前の格好だろうがおい。今日鏡見た
So
のか
that's not Saki Akai and it's not Yoshiko, but it's Saki-sama and Yoshiko-sama, two very different individuals.
She just got called ugly.
こっち来いよ。おい、こっち見ろ。
Ito getting in the face of Yoshiko-sama.
わあ、相手が下と見るととことんきますね、伊藤選手は。
There you go again. Call her ugly. Oh! A diving senton with the bear.
もしかして言っちゃいけない。
Now we have been informed that the bear's name is Charlotte. Apparently German. Oh. Back to her senses and realized what she did, hiding behind the bear again. Extremely shy individual, but we know that she is extremely powerful at the same time.
あなたたちね、3月25日、両国国技館の天井また見せて差し上げるわ。 皆様、じゃあ、
Saki-sama telling her opponents that they'll be staring at the ceiling of Sumo Hall.
3月25日、両国の大会はぜひいらしてくださいまし。ごめんなさい。
So there we go. The Tokyo Joshi card for Judgment 2018 at Sumo Hall is Miyu Yamashita, Maki Ito, and Mizuki versus Saki-sama, Azusa Christie, and X, who we now know is Yoshiko-sama.
今のところ分かっているデータはこの熊野のぬいぐるみを手放せないかなりの恥ずかしがり屋さん。
Now I must say that's an extremely powerful addition to Neobisuke-gun, who is already strong and devastating, but they never had that power fighter, so as to say.
ドストライクの方はぜひ両国国技館に足をお運びください。
ただいまでございます第2試合 DDT エクストリーム級選手権試合のルールについてご説明をいたします。この試合は場外カウントなし、ロープエスケープなし、リング上にあるいかなるものプラス宮本選手
Now
の
on to match 5, we have the DDT Extreme Championship, dubbed the Hardcore Plus Alpha match.
Let's go over the rules for this match. There's no count out, no rope escape. Each wrestler can use anything in the ring as well as their respective designated weapons.
Yes, the champion usually gets to choose the rules in this Extreme Championship match. And this is the stipulation that Yuko Miyamoto decided to go with this time. Now, this is, if successful, will be his second defense for the 40th DDT Extreme Champion.
まずはチャレンジャー NWA からオールアウト
There we have Katsumata, no longer dressed in the red costume from the NWA days, but now wearing the black jacket that has been handed down to him by Diego, his friend.
青コーナー挑戦者オールアウト155パウンド勝俣俊馬
And doing the corazon pose, also of his friend Diego. Trying to more than fill Diego's spot in All Out. Entering is the champion Yuko Miyamoto with a barbed wire bat. Now, Colin, you mentioned the designated weapon. The barbed wire bat is Yuko Miyamoto's designated weapon. Whereas for Shunma Katsumata, the designated weapon is thumbtacks. And often in thumbtack matches, you see these guys wearing gloves, as they have, as both of them have today, including the ref Matsui himself. And despite being a thumbtack match, his first ever, we see here that Katsumata has decided to go shirtless. It's a gutsy move there.
Yeah, usually you would expect a wife beater in these kind of matches as well. I like Matsui referee's gloves. He's got the nice winter gloves on.
Right.
And it looks like the others have got some kind of sport glove, maybe batting gloves?
Perhaps.
Golf gloves?
He also has a Singapore cane, a kendo stick. And we see chairs and ladders also in the ring have been preset as a part of the match too. So tables, ladders, chairs, kendo stick, barbed wire bat, and thumbtack match.
A big chance for a permanent injury, I think.
Now going back to why this match was set, When Katsumata joined All Out, he was provoked by his team member Akito to make a move as opposed to just joining All Out. So what Katsumata did was he went ahead and called out Miyamoto to challenge for the Extreme title, and Miyamoto accepted. I think Katsumata here wants to make a point that he is not just any idol, but he wants to change the way the fans view Katsumata as a new member of All Out.
Well, if he can take out the Extreme Champion, that would be one way to do it.
One very quick way to do it.
何かで買われたら定着を持ってるんじゃないかなと思いますね。
ケンさん、勝俣選手はね DNA の所属でもありますもんね。本当に彼を取り巻く状況って複雑ですよね。
そうですよね。そしてまたどんどんね変わっていく動きが早いですからね。だからその変わりたいっていうのもあると思うんですけど、周囲の見方も変えて。
It's amazing to see how just 1 month ago we were watching him in the NWA disband match, and he was 100% an idol, singing and dancing in the ring. And now we see him here falling on chairs and about to fall on a bed of thumbtacks.
Well, I guess some people change their image with a haircut and other people change their image with scars all over their back.
You see Miyamoto's back full of scars from his long years of deathmatch wrestling. Shuma Katsumata, his back is still clean as a slate. Just received his first, what I would believe to be his first barbed wire bat in his life. Now this hold, I don't know if it hurts or if it's the choking factor that's more effective here.
Well, it's got to be both at the same time. I've personally never been choked by a barbed wire bat, so I don't have any first-hand experience on that one.
Me neither. But again, we must wonder whether it was really a good idea for Katsumata to enter this match shirtless. I understand in his position he needs to be showing some heart, but I don't know if that's just the right way to do this. Big drop kick. Katsumata going for the springboard X Factor, but is knocked out by a drop kick.
That'll take the air out of it right there, got him right in the stomach.
Flipping the momentum just like that. Double knees into the corner. And the drop kick into the face. Katsumata still showing some life, but gets knocked out by a clothesline.
And here comes some weapons. What do you think he's planning to do with that?
Well, the Japanese ladder is being a bit more fragile than the US style ladder. Brain buster, but more damage to the back more than the brain. But I think, like I was saying, the more fragile Japanese ladders, I think, it could already be broken with that one shot.
Yeah, that doesn't look like something I feel very comfortable with.
Yeah, it is broken. The leg is broken. Yuko says it's okay, but a whole bunch of seconds coming in and trying to hold the ladder together.
しかしそれは勝俣が止めていきます。
Katsumata is revived and just topples him over. Oh! Ladder completely breaks.
Completely.
Basically, the ladder broke with that just one brain buster.
That's right, that's all it took.
Runs up the ropes with a big plancha. Katsumata being able to reverse the tides with that fortunate break of the ladder was fortunate for him. I think we have the tax. Can't remember the last time I've seen a bucket of thumbtacks in a DDT ring.
It's not something you see very often.
Oh.
Oh
no. The edge of that canister right there could be very dangerous too, but there's a handful. What's he gonna do with that handful? In the mouth? Oh. No, Katsumata probably expected thumbtacks in his back coming into this match, but started off with thumbtacks on the top of his head and now in his mouth. Now I don't think he expected that coming out right off the bat.
Yeah, if it was me, I would have taken a page out of Nakamura Chinsky's book and used the mouth guard for this.
And again, these Japanese tables now, contrary to the ladders now, these are known to be harder to break. Katsumata gets out into Enzugiri. Now what's he going for? Carefully places the table, but I'm not sure what he's going for.
Maybe a Frankenstein.
Yes. Oh, ah. Now it usually hurts more when the table doesn't break. All the force bouncing right back into Miyamoto's lower back. I mean, I must say, Katsumata's doing pretty well for himself considering it's his first hardcore match here against a legend like Miyamoto. He gets his hands on the tacks. Golden shower of thumbtacks. Into a moonsault. He didn't just land, he slid a little there. Powerbomb into the sea of tacks. Oh. Just a flurry of thumbtacks on his back.
You can see the blood leaking from the gash on his back as well.
Double stomp into another hole. That was close. That was close.
They're even just kicking out. Sends him backwards right into more thumbtacks.
もう一丁
That's Diego's move, hasta la vista, but no. Miyamoto rolls him up and it's the rolling cradle now. Miyamoto is not one of those wrestlers who does hardcore and death matches because he can't go anymore. I mean, he has a very solid and very orthodox wrestling base, as we see in display right here.
But he doesn't seem to mind at all putting himself in danger there.
No, he is the Explosion King and challenged for the GHC heavyweight title at the same time. So he's very versatile and can go both ways whenever he chooses. Fire, thunder, and attacks in Shuma's scalp. Still manages to kick out. I just, if you rewind there for a second, I think you'll see some thumbtacks in Shuma's head. Moonsault of his own.
Yeah, that's gotta be the kingdom of the knees right in his chest and stomach. So that's a successful second defense from Yamamoto of the Extreme Belt.
Yes. Now, Katsumata put up a very good fight, but I'm really concerned about all the thumbtacks he collected on the back with the rolling cradle there. And someone's got to pull out some of his attacks out of his scalp from the fire thunder bomb. A ring doctor checking on him right now, seems to be okay. Miyamoto commending Katsumata, showing him respect for the fight he put up. Fans of Korakuen Hall cheering Katsumata on, but every time Katsumata bows, you see this tax in the top of his head. Painful to watch.
Yeah, it certainly is. I think he will want to get those out of him as soon as possible.
Great showing by Shuma Katsumata nonetheless. Now the ring crew changing the canvas right now to remove all the tacks. And now we move on to the sixth match, the semi-final match of the night.
Now, 5度の防衛に成功している KOD タッグ王者原市丸藤 3.25 両国でこのチームに挑戦するのは関本大輔、樋口和貞、関口組そして本日丸藤と樋口がシングルで激突する
両国の前哨戦というわけでも自分的にはなくなってきましたね。対抗戦のような気持ちですよね。
前哨戦ではなく対抗戦。樋口がそう感じるわけとは。
プロレスを見始めた時のうちの3人がやっぱ所属してたんで、やっぱ特別な思い入れありますよね。小橋さんもいたし、秋山さんもいたし、で田上さんもいたし、ノアに対してはやっぱ思い入れは強いですよ。はい。
かつてノアのプロレスに浸水した樋口。プロレスラーになりたい樋口にそう思わせたノアのプロレスだが樋口が入門したのは DDT だった
なんてやりたいことばっかやってんだろうみたいなもうやりたい放題やりすぎだろうっていうねすげえ自由な団体だなってここなら本当に自分のやりたいことがやれるんじゃないかと思ったんで
もともとひょうきんな性格の樋口にとって デタラメで自由な DDT の空気が合うような気がしたのだ。
自分はもう本当に DDT はアリューなものであって、だからこそ面白いものであって、で自分のプロレスもアリューというかもう我流なんだよ。
我流を辞任する樋口。さらに本流丸藤とある勝負に挑みたいという。それは
すごいやっぱ逆水平チョップはやっぱりね、丸藤さん持ってるんですけどね、自分の方が強いんじゃねえかと思ってますからね。
丸藤の胸板をも切り裂く強烈な逆水平チョップとの真っ向勝負を宣言。
自分のチョップはもう進化してるんで、自分が追い抜こうかなっていう。
本流ではなく我流を選んだ樋口のプロレス人生。本日大物食いなるか。
頭から口まからな、死後したるからな、覚悟しとけよ。
セミファイナルスペシャルシングルマッチ、樋口和貞 VS 丸藤直道。
So the semi-final match of the night is a special singles match. Making his way into the ring right now is Kazusada Higuchi, and he will be fighting Naomichi Marufuji from Pro Wrestling Noah tonight.
You can see a lot of determination on the face of Higuchi.
To summarize what they were talking about in the video, Higuchi considers this match not exactly just a prelude to the Sumo Hall Tag Championship match, but more like a fight against Noah, which is the promotion that actually got Higuchi into watching wrestling in the first place.
Higuchi also was talking about his chops, and he thinks that his chops are better than Marufuji's, and he'd like to test it out in this match.
Now that Marufuji making his way into the ring right now with the DDT Tag Team Championship. So again, at Sumo Hall, these two will be in the Tag Team Championship match, each with the partners of Daisuke Sekimoto and Harashima respectively. Those two who will be in the next match in the main event later tonight. Naomichi Marufuji, often dubbed as the genius of pro wrestling. And Higuchi towering over Marufuji with his big physique and his sumo background. Higuchi looks very calm and collected. No surprise, there is no shaking of the hand before the match. Marufuji trying to figure out who the crowd is cheering for more. Now this is a recurring theme, but when there's an outside promotion that comes to DDT, I think the DDT fans are known to be quite impartial, and they often cheer for the outside promotion coming in. Whoever, if they're good enough to put on a good show, then the fans will show them respect.
Well, Marufuji is certainly up there in legend status in terms of his, history in Noah. So I think there are very few pro wrestling fans who don't know who he is.
Right. think we just saw the first chop of the night, but it wasn't a backhand knife edge chop. The versatile Higuchi going for perhaps a high risk and is able to land on the feet. Quite an amazing feat for someone of his size and being a former sumo wrestler, not being known for the most agile of athletes.
But I think actually that's even changing in sumo because agility is becoming a big asset for winning. I think that was what some of the Mongolian sumos have been using.
Right. Oh, Higuchi gets sent into the post and just received one of Marufuji's signature kicks out of nowhere. Marufuji's kicks with a very original arc that makes it very hard to see before they come. I mentioned this earlier, but non-title single matches are very rare in DDT nowadays with such a full roster. Showing how much the company has invested and is expecting out of Higuchi here. Truly a big opportunity for him, in which could be a make or break year for this ex-sumo wrestler. Marufuji enticing Higuchi into the ring.
Yeah, despite the size difference, Marufuji seems to have very little trouble keeping this match in his control.
Unique attacks to the face and the neck. Hook of the leg, kicks out at 2.
On the Japanese announcing track, actually, Danshoku Dino is the guest commentator, and he was just talking about it. But this is a big chance for Higuchi to kind of prove the wrestlers at DDT's value as wrestlers, particularly with a win here. It could change the way that people look at not just Higuchi but at DDT as well.
Exactly. DDT being one of the more newer promotions. Well, Noah, of course, their history goes back directly into All Japan Pro Wrestling, so DDT is often viewed as the more newer promotions, and this would be a perfect opportunity to show that they can go on head-to-head with the older promotions with more history, like Pro Wrestling Noah. Now I think we have entered into the Chop Fest officially.
Although technically, I think if you look at Noah as when Noah started, DDT is slightly older than Noah, isn't it?
Yes, technically true. But again, DDT started out of almost nowhere, where
exactly.
Noah directly is almost a transformation of the All Japan Pro Wrestling promotion at the time.
Right.
Marufuji himself started in All Japan as a trainee, and I think he made his debut right around the time when Noah was formed. Now Higuchi getting out of the front neck lock, but Marufuji's chops basically stopped Higuchi on his tracks, and his chest is all lit up right now already.
backhanded knife edge chops.
Can't really judge with those first few, but they could have sounded louder than Marufuji's chops. And Higuchi not just going into a simple chop fest, but interlacing other maneuvers.
Well, you know, it's hard to end a match with just a chop, but it's a very effective move because it does cause quite a lot of pain, and the pain can distract you. It can make you let your guard down, and it can tire you out.
Misses the lariat. Back elbow and handspring into a drop kick. Innovative offense by Marufuji that doesn't get old. To the outside? No.
What is Marufuji thinking here?
This pile driver onto the apron? Onto the corner of the apron, not just the apron. Specifically where the metal railings are.
I've never seen it at that angle before.
With all of Higuchi's weight landing on his neck. Marufuji getting some time to recuperate while we figure out if Higuchi is able to get back in the ring.
So we're already up to 11 in the 20 count for a count out, but it looks like Higuchi will make it back to the ring in time.
15. From corner to corner. Higuchi gets back in the ring and gets immediately nailed by the missile drop kick.
Incredibly, he's able to kick out. I think he's calling for the Shiranui.
He knows how dangerous that could be, and lightning fast combination. And Higuchi gets his offense in. Oh. Counters the Shiranui with full force with a doctor bomb.
But he didn't pin him.
I don't think he has it in him right now. I mean, he did get the offense in, but his eyes are still glassy. And he's been getting offense in every now and then, but I don't think he's really gotten the upper hand enough to get Marufuji in a pinning predicament. Higuchi's chest isn't just red, I'm seeing Marufuji's finger marks. Sumo tackle into a cover, close to the ropes.
Now I think he's getting closer to the ability to beat him. I think if he could get in one more, he might have a chance.
Canadian backbreaker. The kick out of nowhere again. Again, Higuchi did not see that coming, and the Ko'o knee strike. Ko'o translates the Tiger King, of course, an ode to the late Mitsuharu Misawa. But the Ko'o was not enough to put Higuchi down. Goes for a second, but misses. Counters with the lariat. Marufuji barely gets out. What's he looking for? I think he's one move away from actually sumo tackle. Oh, misses. Another second Ko'o knee strike. What's he going for? Oh, he's going for the Higuchi. Looks dead. 2 and 3. Now you can see Marufuji has taped up knees, but he needs to, obviously injured, but I think he needed to take that risk and use his bare knee to finish Higuchi. I think that's what it took to actually put him down. So I think we can say that Higuchi can be commended from taking Marufuji that far, but then if you look at Marufuji's chest right now, it's not as lift up as Higuchi's, and going into the sumo hall match, Higuchi is going to need to come up with something if he wants to win the tag championship at sumo hall.
But that's the good thing for him, is he will have another chance in the tag match. But for as for today, Marufuji was able to beat him quite cleanly.
First things first, I think he's going to have to get that chest healed up before the sumo hall show. So Marufuji and Harashima, they won this tag championship belt from Higuchi at last summer in Sumo Hall, and they will be walking into Sumo Hall again in March as champions.
KOD 無差別級選手権チャンピオン竹下幸之助対挑戦者石川修司に決定いたしました。
3.25 両国でのメインイベントが決定。そして全国各地で石川と竹下による前哨戦が行われていた。 2.4 前橋では石川のラリアットで竹下の顎を破壊。
口から下全部どっか行ったかとカルシウム取って硬いもの食って顎鍛えてこいってことですよ。
2.12 名古屋では石川のマイクが冴える。
これだけお前から俺が水取ってオーライしてる。全日本祭に上がってチャンピオンになってうまさがついたんですよ。あの体のパワーで試合にペース配分するんですよ。こんなに恐ろしいことないんですよ。また外れるじゃ済まなくて折れちゃうかもしれない。
そんな日々ヒートアップしていく両雄に KOD タッグ選手権を控えた関本 原島も加わる。
リベンジするつもりで来てます。
白梅が咲いてきてるし、もう紅梅も咲いてきてるし、はい、もう確実に季節は移ってますね。あと何よりも今夜明けが早いし、日の入りもだいぶ遅くなってきて、前だと夕方5時ぐらいになるともう真っ暗だったんですけど、今は夕方5時まだ明るいから。
全員のテンションはマックス。両国に向けて加速するのは一体誰だ。メインイベントスペシャルタッグマッチ、石川修司関本大輔 VS 竹下幸之助原島。
And now we are here for the main event of the night, the special tag match between the teams of Daisuke Sekimoto and Shuji Ishikawa versus Harashima and Konosuke Takeshita.
But the last Korakuen Hall show, there was quite a match between Ishikawa and Harashima to determine who would be the challenger for the belt at the Sumo Hall show.
And Ishikawa was victorious, securing himself the position of the main event challenger against Takeshita. And now here we have in the ring Daisuke Sekimoto, who will be in the tag championship match against Harashi Marufuji. Marufuji, who was just in the last match, and Harashima, who will be making an entrance into the ring right now as we speak. Making his entrance, Harashima. Many would call him the ace and the big brother of DDT, who's been wrestling at the top of the mountain in almost all of the 21 years of the history of DDT Pro Wrestling. So again, the 62nd KOD Tag Champion.
This new generation sweeps in red with a new father. No one could make those.
Now Harashima will be fighting Sekimoto at Sumo Hall, but he also has a score to settle with Ishikawa too, just like you mentioned. Somebody he lost to at the Dio Grand Prix finals last month.
Right, everything is so interconnected in this match. We have the feud between Harashima and Ishikawa from the last show. We have Sekimoto getting to fight with Harashima, who will be fighting with the Sumo Hall show. And then of course we have Ishikawa and Takeshita able to feel each other out before the Sumo Hall show title match as well.
And all four of these members of this match being former KOD Open Heavyweight champions, they all have the eye on the prize too, so going down the line, that's something that needs to be focused on too. And now making his entrance into the ring is our champion Konosuke Takeshita. Konosuke Takeshita, the 61st KOD Openweight champion, with a current record of 10 defenses in his current reign. Sumo Hall will be his 11th defense.
KOD 無差別級選手権保持者210ポンド竹下幸之助。
You just mentioned everybody's relationship here being also intermingled. Sekimoto versus Harashima was also a Sumo Hall main event a few years back, so this is really the top of the top of DDT, all in one match right here.
It should be very interesting to see who has the upper hand here. How about Sekimoto and Takeshita? Do they have any kind of recent history?
I believe they do, just can't get to the records just right now, but... Now this right here though, the Harashima Takeshita, they're in a relatively friendly atmosphere right there, but they have scores to settle too. But this isn't really just about the opponents, it's also the tag partners too. Built like a refrigerator. Very wide back, but also very thick. Now, Harashima did beat Sekimoto in the aforementioned Sumo Hall main event match 7 years ago, but just looking at the pure build of Sekimoto here, it's hard to imagine how Harashima was able to pull that off.
Well, I think that looks can be deceiving with Harashima because he's also very, very strong.
Yes.
And he has quite a talent for grappling as well.
As well as an arsenal of striking offenses.
Right.
Tags in the champion Takeshita, and out comes Ishikawa. See the ring shaking up and down just with Ishikawa just hopping around a little bit.
Well, here we get a preview of the title match.
Now Ishikawa has had more momentum coming into this match. He's been storming through everybody except his master Sasaki at the Dio Grand Prix, and he also beat the other members of All Out earlier in the month in other house shows. And right now for Ishikawa, Takeshita is virtually the only person that he hasn't beat in 2018. So if he wins here, he's going to go into Sumo Hall with virtually a perfect track record. Big tackle by Ishikawa.
Well, there's no question over who has the power advantage here.
Well, like I said earlier in the month when Ishikawa was storming through everybody in the roster, he also succeeded in dislocating Takeshita's jaw, as we saw in the video earlier. Harashima using the full 4 count to his advantage. Orthodox offense going up against a big man like Ishikawa, going for the legs and the knees. Just a slap to the back can be devastating with those gloves of Ishikawa's. Now, Harashima and Takeshita is a rare combination, perhaps one of the best, some may say, of DDT, but when you just visually look at that tag team of Ishikawa and Sekimoto here, it's really hard to imagine anyone being able to beat them.
They definitely do look unstoppable.
Look at Sekimoto there. Bulking up after every chop.
Harashima is going to have to come up with something to prevent the other team from just, squashing his smile.
Mm-hmm. Now, Takeshita in DDT is known to be the body guy with lots of intensive training, but he's actually an avid reader of Sekimoto's blog, and he takes a lot out of Sekimoto's book when it comes to training, because Sekimoto is such a hard-working training machine. If you look at his Twitter, all he basically talks about is training and the different types of proteins that he takes in. And you also be able to find him in his now notorious "I'm Hard" t-shirt.
That describes it pretty well, I think.
Which could be interpreted in the wrong way in non-Japanese situations. Look at the neck. Even the cameramen are focusing on the upper body of Sekimoto here. Truly amazing.
Well, the referee Matsui is pretty amazing with his bravery in standing up against Sekimoto there.
He's got a lot of courage there.
Knowing how easy it is to knock a referee out of it in the pro wrestling ring.
But again, Matsui here is, people talk about him as secretly being the most fearsome behind the scenes in DDT. So maybe that's where his confidence comes from. Beautiful crossbody.
Back in my DDT days, I can think of quite a few number of times where I've accidentally ran into referee Matsui, so I don't know whether or not he likes me.
The wrath of Matsui.
And look at that.
Looked like he grunted that one, like really lifted him with the muscles in his lower back. Didn't just use the momentum to lift him. Catches the boot to the face and just slams him down.
Although I think the kick may have had a bit of an effect on him, because he's looking to tag out to Ishikawa now.
Ishikawa coming in, saying that he is in his prime right now, despite being over 4 years of age. The speed is just amazing. The ring just shook and slanted for a second. The double foot stomp onto Takeshita's stomachs.
I'm surprised he's able to get out of that.
Akito on the side there with a very concerned look on his face. Ishikawa looking for a splash mountain perhaps quite early in the match. A big headbutt. Again, Takeshita showing off his strength in his lower back, but needed to tag out. And a refreshed Harashima coming in with a rider kick, common rider kick. It's being manhandled here. Quick tags by Sekimoto and Ishikawa, very strategic. Sekimoto is constantly saying something here, but though we both speak pretty fluent Japanese, we have no idea what he's saying. His offense being so fierce that he just spat his mouthpiece out on his own without being attacked. Ishikawa taking out of Takeshita. Takeshita being able to make the save.
If he didn't, Harashima would be broken in half by now.
He was up there for quite a while. Big chop. There we go again. We have no idea what he's saying. Big superplex by Harashima. Doesn't let go. No release into a Falcon Arrow.
He was really able to get him out.
Like you said, Harashima not being the biggest of wrestlers, but deceivingly strong. And the striking offense we mentioned earlier. Some massive forearms by Sekimoto. And you would imagine kicks being stronger than forearms, but look the way it looks, neck and neck here.
I think Sekimoto's forearm's about the size of Harashima's leg.
Body headbutt into a headbutt. Proper. Jumping into gear. Both down. Both looking to tag in their partners.
I can only assume they'll both make it, but who's gonna come out stronger?
Takeshita just, it's impressive how he just brainbusted Ishikawa with seemingly no grunt. I wonder how many wrestlers could do that in Japan right now. Misses a lariat into a reverse power slam.
This is a dangerous predicament here for Takeshita.
I would not want to be in this position. Swept off his feet. Harashima just in time to make the save. But Sekimoto and Ishikawa still on the offense. Those set of corner tackles really taking a toll on Takeshita's body. He managed to reverse the Splash Mountain with a Rana, a big knee. And could that be what it takes to change the tide? Blue Thunder Bomb into the flying body press. Sekimoto cuts with a deadlift, going for German. Doesn't get it. No. Takeshita going for the Bizan German suplex. But that's Sekimoto's signature move. Doesn't let him have it so easily. Double team on. Oh. Misses double lariat to each other. Giant knee lift by Ishikawa. Stops Takeshita dead on his tracks. Hashima comes in with a reverse Frankensteiner. Standing Somato. Going for the proper, but misses. Head first into the corner. Sekimoto in for the German suplex.
This time. Oh, he won't.
Reverses. And Ishikawa coming in for the Bizan German suplex.
Wow.
That is the biggest Bizan in the history of all Bizans. It's amazing.
How many kilograms just crashed down on the top of Ishikawa's body there?
Are we going to see a second broken consecutive ring after last month? Enzigiri versus Lariat. Doesn't let go. It's a jumping German suplex. Don't see too many of that. Sekimoto treats the German as a very sacred move of his, but so does Takeshita.
Right now it looks like Harashima and Sekimoto are out of it. And maybe Ishikawa and Takeshita deciding things here.
Blocking the knee, huge elbow. Big lariat by Takeshita. One of the few lariats in the industry that could take Ishikawa down. Deadlift. German suplex. Manages to throw the 300 pounds that is Shuji Ishikawa. Harashima leaving it up to Takeshita to finish the match. Gonna go for a cross-arm German suplex. But giant knee lift to the Kamigoe knee strike. Takeshita seemingly still in it. Running knee lift. That would have been it, but Harashima barely made it to save the match. But Fire Thunder. Still not enough. So is he going to go for the Splash Mountain?
Hit him right on the back of his head there on the canvas. And he did it. He pinned the champion.
Even Takeshita couldn't kick out after the stream of big moves. Ishikawa winning the match with a Splash Mountain over Konosuke Takeshita, the champion.
And that's some incredible momentum that he can ride into the Sumo Hosho now.
No doubt. Ring Doctor just came in to check on Takeshita. This doesn't bode well for Harashima either. I wouldn't exactly call the match one-sided, but it never really seemed like Ishikawa and Sekimoto were in any serious danger to get pinned in this match.
They did have control for most of the match.
So both of the tag champions lost their respective matches. Challengers being victorious on the flip side. And the same goes for Ishikawa, the challenger, pinning the champion Takeshita directly on his own, by himself. Clean 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring.
Takeshita, 確かに強いけど、3月25日の結果も今日と同じだ。俺が新しいチャンピオンになってもっともっと全盛期を迎えたいと思います。今日はね、歌はカリスマから禁止って言われてるんですけど。
So again, Ishikawa is banned from singing until he wins after small hall, but since he scored a pin directly over Takeshita, he believes he has the right to sing, but his master Sasaki comes in.
お前らいつも歌とか踊りとかばっかり。はあ、困ったな。
Sasaki is concerned, he's worried that his teammates are into singing and dancing rather than focusing on the wrestling. So, Sasaki wants to consult Sekimoto regarding this worry of his. Seeking advice from the veteran.
踊りたいとかそんなんばっかりで困ってるんですよ。
なんだお前、歌とか踊りって、てめえここはお前、後楽園ホール、プロレスの聖地だぞお前で、てめえこの野郎、ふざけんのもいい加減にしろおら。
Sekimoto reprimanding that wrestlers should be focused not on singing and dancing, but
聞いてもらいましょう。関本大輔で。
Since Ishikawa can't sing, I think we're gonna have Sekimoto here on the mic. And Paulie, not exactly a dancer, but more of a hype man for Sekimoto here. The song is called Tombo by Tsuyoshi Nagabuchi, same guy that sings Danshoku Dino's entrance theme as producer.
足音を踏みしめるたびに俺は俺であり続けたいそう願った夏が見えてやりきれない夜を数える逃れられない闇の中で今日も眠ったふりをする死にたいくらいに憧れた花の都愛東京ペラのボストン北へ向かったさらついた似合い砂をかぶと手に見せはめた正直さが今頃になって骨に身にしみるあ皆さんご一緒に幸せを届
crowd just loving it. Now, it's really humiliating for the champions, not just being beat by Ishikawa and Sekimoto, but them having enough energy to put on a full performance after their wrestling match. But that puts a close to Into the Fight 2018 from Korakuen Hall on February 25th.
One last question. Do you forecast any sold out CDs from these guys?
I think they have some rights issues to clear before they can actually get the CDs out.
Maybe an NWA?
Would be the baddest, cutest, and most entertaining team.
It sure would. Getting those guys together.
And now we have the full lineup of Judgment 2018 in Ryogoku Sumo Hall.
東京両国国技館ジャッジメント 2018DDT 旗揚げ21周年記念大会全対戦カード。アンダーマッチ渡瀬瑞希、レッカ、下村大輝、島谷信弘、中野貴人 VS マット・フォーリー、星単語、松永東光、伊橋豪太、チェリー。アンダーマッチ岩崎幸喜、富永慎一郎 VS 地下の天心、城明。アンダーマッチ東京女子プロレス提供試合坂崎優香、中島翔子 VS 辰巳梨花、黒目真帆。ワールドクレイジーレスラーナンバーワン決定戦 in DDT ジョイ・ライアン VS コルト・ブンブン・カバナ。スペシャルシングルマッチスーパーササダンゴマシン VS 黒潮イケメン二郎。ガントレットタッグマッチ出場チームリリコ、大石誠、佐伯玲香、レディ・ビアード、秋人、勝俣俊馬、大橋徹、平田和樹、アントニオ・本田、イーサン・ペイジ、吉村直美、奥田圭佑。KOD6 人タッグ選手権試合王者組工藤、坂口幸雄、高梨正宏 VS 挑戦者組梅田浩太、上野勇気、武田浩二。両国国技館全域を使った路上プロレスエニウェアフォール 5way タッグマッチ高木三四郎、一般人沢布則 VS マイク・ベイリー、真央 VS 宮本優子、高尾相馬 VS 小高勇、阿部文乃入り VS 中澤マイケル、中村慎介。東京女子プロレス提供スペシャル6人タッグマッチ山下美夢、伊藤真希、水木 VS 咲様、よしこ様、あずさクリスティ。ドラマティックドリームマッチ男爵リード石井圭介、大岡健 VS グレートンタ、佐々木大輔、遠藤哲也。打ち込みプレゼンツ KOD タッグ選手権試合王者組原島、丸藤直道 VS 挑戦者組関本大輔、樋口和貞。メインイベント KOD 無差別級選手権試合王者竹下幸之助 VS 挑戦者石川修司。ジャッジメント 2018DDT 旗揚げ21周年記念大会、こうご期待。
So there we have it, the February 25th Into the Fight 2018 show. What a match in the semifinal and the final.
Absolutely. We saw Ishikawa coming into his title match with a big head of steam. Incredible year for him so far. Big victories in the last two shows, one to earn the title match and another to keep the momentum.
and now he's directly pinned Takeshita himself. And as for the tag match, we saw the challengers. We saw Harashima and Marufuji going up against Higuchi and Sekimoto. Now, Sekimoto had an almost perfect victory in the main event, while Marufuji was able to take on and conquer Higuchi. Now, Higuchi is going to have to find some way to beat Marufuji in order to win that tag championship.
Right, I think that maybe the knees. You know, we saw that Marufuji had his knees taped up, some kind of injury there. Maybe that's something he could target in the match.
That could definitely play a role. Now, as we saw earlier, we have the full lineup of Judgment 2018 at Sumo Hall. There's 3 under matches, and then there's 9 more matches. A full card of championship matches, gauntlet matches, Rojo matches, Sasadango versus Ikemen, #1 greatest crazy Gaijin wrestler. We have Great Muta on the card, Mune Norisawa, Liliko, Shinsuke Nakamura. We have everybody. This is going to be a very, very packed show. But don't forget, we still have a month to go, and there's a lot of other DDT shows in the road to Ryogoku, starting with March 2nd, Shikiba, which is going to be live. And then we have other cards in Shizuoka, Yokohama, Osaka, and Saitama. And my personal favorite, Akai Saki's producing DDT Collection on March 14th. These will all be available on DDT Universe. Unfortunately, not all of them will be recapped in English, but we promise to be back for Judgment 2018 in Sumo Hall. So we'll see you again. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching.